Hey, good to have you here. Welcome back to another video from Heart Hustle. Today we're talking about something that can completely change how you show up and how women perceive you. You've probably seen those guys who don't even say much and still get noticed. They walk into a room, keep to themselves, and somehow they stand out. What's their secret? It's simple. Real confidence. Not arrogance, not loud behavior, but that calm, grounded presence of someone who knows who they are and doesn't need to prove it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the top 5 behaviors that reveal that kind of natural, quiet confidence, the kind that draws people in without trying to impress anyone. Stick around till the end because number 1 might just be the shift you've been missing. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button now. Every week here on Heart Hustle, I drop real, no-fluff insights for men who want to grow, emotionally, relationally, and personally. Top 5. A steady but calm gaze. Your eyes say more than any rehearsed line ever could. When it comes to confidence, the way you look at someone and how long you can hold that gaze is a game changer. A confident man doesn't avoid eye contact nervously, nor does he stare in an intimidating way. He simply holds eye contact with ease. It's not about dominance, it's about presence. A calm, steady gaze communicates that you're secure, not only with others but with yourself. When you're in a conversation and can keep eye contact without fidgeting or looking away, you're telling the person in front of you, I'm fully here. I'm not trying to escape. I'm not trying to impress. I'm just here. Women pick up on this right away. A man who can meet her eyes with steadiness and peace is silently saying, I know who I am, and it feels good being here with you. That's a message no words can match. Top 4. Speaking less, but better. We live in a world full of noise, and many men feel the need to talk constantly, to prove something, to avoid silence, or to mask discomfort. But a truly confident man doesn't need to fill every gap with words. He speaks with intention. When he talks, people listen. His words carry weight not because they're loud or flashy, but because they're carefully chosen. Being comfortable with silence is a rare quality. It shows self-control. It shows that you're not performing, you're present. And that alone makes people curious. Women especially notice this kind of calm energy. A man who doesn't overshare, who doesn't chase approval with words, comes across as emotionally grounded. Speaking less doesn't mean being distant. It means that when you speak, it matters. That's what makes you magnetic. Top 3. Standing by your opinion with respect. There's nothing more insecure than a man who agrees with everything just to avoid conflict or to be liked. And believe it or not, trying too hard to be agreeable can make you seem unreliable and weak. A confident man listens to other points of view but doesn't abandon his own truth to please someone. He can say, I hear you, but I see things differently, without becoming defensive or dismissive. That balance between respect and self-assurance is powerful. It shows emotional maturity and inner strength, 2 things that are deeply attractive to women. She sees a man who isn't swayed by every new opinion, who doesn't shrink in disagreement. Instead, he remains calm, consistent, and clear. And that creates a sense of stability, something every woman craves more than charm or good looks. Top 2. Feeling comfortable in your own skin. This one is often overlooked but incredibly important. The way a man moves, how he walks, sits, gestures, and uses his body, tells a full story about how he feels about himself. A confident man doesn't need a perfect body or a designer wardrobe. He just needs to be at ease with who he is. He doesn't constantly adjust his clothes, doesn't fidget with his hands, and doesn't apologize for taking up space. He walks calmly. He breathes before responding. He lets his arms rest naturally. There's a peaceful kind of presence in the way he exists in his body, and that's magnetic. Women pick up on this immediately. They notice when a man feels at home in his own skin, not because he fits some standard, but because he's not fighting himself. Being comfortable in your body isn't about appearance, it's about attitude, and that's something you can practice every single day. Top 1, not trying to impress. This is the highest level of confidence and often the hardest to master, because most men, without even realizing it, are constantly trying to prove something. Success, intelligence, charm, status, strength. But a truly confident man doesn't need to prove anything. He just lives his truth. He doesn't show off. He doesn't brag. He doesn't seek attention. He's simply grounded in who he is. And that's enough. That quiet self-assurance is rare. And it's incredibly attractive. Because it sends a very clear message. I'm not trying to be impressive. I'm just being real. This kind of presence draws people in, especially women, because when you're not seeking validation, when your sense of worth comes from within, everything about you becomes more magnetic. Real confidence doesn't shout. It doesn't need to dress up in ego or loud gestures. It lives in your choices, in your posture, in how you speak, or choose not to. And when you begin to cultivate these behaviors, things shift. Not just in how others see you, but in how you see yourself. You start walking differently, speaking differently. You stop trying so hard to be someone and finally become yourself. If this video resonated with you, give it a like and subscribe to Heart Hustle for more real conversations about what it means to be a confident, grounded man in today's world. And if you know someone who needs this message, send it to him.